Okay, hello everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook. We are officially live. Just bear with us for 2 seconds. We're just going to get the Instagram live up and running, and then we will get started with our super exciting product launch for the day. While we're waiting for that to get set up, I'm just going to let everyone know while you are watching today's live, do make sure to comment where you're watching from. Make sure you let us know your business name, and of course, let us know how excited you are about the new product that we are going to reveal very, very shortly.
We're getting there. Checking connection.
Checking connection. We're all good. We're almost there, guys.
All right, we're live on Instagram.
Okay. Just waiting for the request to come through.
Okay, there's one. I'm going to wait till you're live, Molly, and then there we go.
Okay. There's one. We're getting there. Can you see me on Instagram, Kelly? Are we connected?
Yep.
Cool. Hello, everyone. How about that? There we go.
Love it. Okay. All right. We are
Hello,
in
everyone.
3 different places. Well, we're in multiple different places, but we are both here live on Instagram, and we are live on Facebook, LinkedIn,
YouTube,
trying to
Instagram,
think any
all of them.
Yeah. Instagram. So this is going to be odd for just a minute. Those that are tuning in on this side, if you are tuning in live on Instagram, we are doing a massive global launch today, and I'm Kelly Walters here for Stahls US, and we've got Molly. I'm like,
hello, everybody.
You're technically right here in the UK, and we've got Hagen in Germany, but he is on the Stahls Europe account. So we're going to do our best to make sure that we are everywhere possible. If you're on Instagram, you guys know that you can pop comments or questions in the comment box. We've got multiple people checking anything and everything from all 3 locations that we are going live in and streaming. So same thing for Facebook, LinkedIn, and I keep missing, YouTube. Oh my God.
How do you miss YouTube, Kelly? Come on.
YouTube. So there's a lot going on, guys. I'm going to let Molly run it from here, but we are so pumped about this product, and Molly, it's in your hands, girl.
Okay, so this is the moment I've been counting down to all week. We are all super excited to be here today. This is the very first global product launch that Stahls have ever done, and it's a great product. I've been dropping clues on our Instagram all day, and Kelly's managed to give herself fireworks. There we go. I've been dropping clues on our Instagram stories all day. I think there was like 8 in total, and no one guessed what this product was. And I even put like a picture up of the product printed, and no one guessed it. So if you haven't already guessed from the teasers we've been putting out, the new product that we are launching today is called Glimmer Heat Transfer Vinyl. Woohoo! Woo! We're very excited. It comes in 8 different colors, and it's kind of a bit of an extension from the specialty finishes. So it's got like that sheen to it and a bit of the sparkle impact, but it's a lot smoother than the traditional glitter or glitter that you're all used to. And yeah, the actual sort of shimmer in this, I'll see if I can show you on this garment actually, that doesn't have a clear carrier on it, but the sheen on it is just beautiful.
It's gorgeous, guys.
It's so nice.
I have really found with this, first off, let's back up for a minute. So if somebody's like, another glitter product or another, something that has sparkle or a shimmer, yes, for those of you that aren't very aware of trends or forecasting, or maybe that's just not your forte, guys, sparkle, glitter, shimmer, all of that is definitely coming back in terms of retail. And States specifically, I started to notice it about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, where major retailers or just fashion, I'm going to call it fast fashion.
Holly, I'm just going to interrupt you for 2 seconds. Your StreamYard camera has flicked to your heat press. No one can see your face. Is that meant to happen?
Yeah, I was going to weed as you were talking, but
and then you started talking, and I'm like, no one can see your face.
I know, but hopefully, I'll, as you take it back over, I just wanted to give people an awareness that glitter is here. Okay, so especially over the next 3 to 5 years, I would really, really plan to see people wanting more of that sparkle that we saw back in the early 2000s. It feels like an ancient ago, but here on that 20-year rotation, it makes perfect sense, especially with all the 90s trends and 2000s trends that are still going on in fashion. So I just wanted people to be aware, because I know glitter isn't for everybody, but whatever you know about previous glitter, just wipe it out of your brain, because this is extremely soft and smooth without having a plastic coating. So I'm going to let Molly take it back over, but I just wanted you guys to know, as I'm waiting, you'll get to see some of the ins and outs.
Part of my favorite thing about, I can hear a bit of an echo on myself. Can anyone hear that, or are we okay?
I can hear it, but I mean, I think it's okay.
Okay. If anybody has audio issues, let us know throughout the live. But yeah, one of my favorite things about the glitter as you read it is you get almost like a sneak peek of how sparkly it really is as you're pulling the excess away, like before you've even heat printed it. It truly is just such a stunning product. And as Kelly's weeding, I just wanted to give everyone a bit of an insight as to why we think this is important for your business, why we think Glimmer is going to be such a big product for the end of 2024 and heading into 2025. No matter where you are in the world, whether it's the US, whether it's Europe, whether it's here in the UK, there is a space in the market for this brand new product. Look at that sheen on Instagram. That is stunning. Beautiful. Love it. So good. So we just wanted to run through a few trends and things that we're seeing in the market, things we're predicting to be popular in the future. And something that the second that I saw this product, and this might be just a me thing that came to mind, but what Kelly was saying about how old trends come back around again, and you've got the sparkle and all the different colors. I think when you look at printed garments people are wearing now, we went through a phase of it being quite neutral and it being fairly sort of toned down a little bit. But now, whenever you look at people's Instagram posts, people's fashion magazines, you look at people out on the street, it's color, it's texture, it's all of those things combined. It's the vibrancy and just bringing things to life a bit more, which I think is so great. And like I said, one of the first things that came to mind when this product was launched, it was around about the same time, I say launch for us when we got told about it here behind the scenes. It was around about the time that the Taylor Swift tour was like really sort of blowing up, and everyone was trying to get tickets and everyone was posting their super sparkly outfits going to the tour. And in my head, I was like, this is why we are bringing Glimmer out, because this kind of era is coming back again. And I just think it's going to be such a great product.
No pun on era. No.
No pun on
you
era.
mentioned Taylor Swift.
I kind of want, a little bit, maybe not so much. So I think that's amazing. And obviously the Taylor Swift tour is just one example, but that's not everyday life. We are seeing it in everyday life. Things people are wearing are more vibrant now. So that's just one example of trends. I've got a few more to touch on from the UK perspective, but I want to bounce around a little bit from each of the different countries as Kelly is reading. So I'm going to hand over to Hagen, who is with Stahls Europe. He is currently in Germany. I want to just pass over to him to talk a little bit about why or what he's seeing in Germany that this new product is relevant for. So Hagen, take it away.
Okay. So first, what I thought was like glitter for me. I probably would never have thought about wearing glitter, but with the Glimmer, the new kind of Glimmer, like this is a modern look and a modern feel also. It has this sparkle to it,
Mhm.
but I can see that on my garments as well, and especially on like sweaters or something, with autumn coming up, and as you said, with like vibrant colors and everything like that. This is the perfect garment for that, the perfect material for that. And when I was walking around the city yesterday, I was looking, what are people wearing now that it's like a little colder outside, and
Yeah.
like there's barely anyone anymore who's like wearing gray and gray. Everyone is having like a really statement piece underneath their coat or something,
Exactly. Yeah.
and and that's why I see Glimmer also.
I think that's fantastic. Yeah, I love the fact that everyone's using more vibrant colours now to sort of express their personalities and how they're feeling that day. And I love that design, Kelly. That looks so cool.
So this one is definitely taking me a little bit longer to weed, and I want to correct why. I know sometimes with people looking at glitter or anything with texture, there's always this concern of, is it difficult to weed? This is actually a very, very easy material to weed. But as I have cut a couple of different designs, this really goes back to understanding the importance of correct cutting specs. So for me, I did several test cuts. It weeded beautifully, and I could have gone just a little bit deeper in my force when it came to cut, because while this is tacky, this is a thick but very smooth material. So you still have to think thickness like reflective, or your chroma twill. Oh, look, Instagram just escaped. Great job. You have to think that it's still very, very thick, and because it's not thin, you have to have a higher force when it comes to cutting. I should have gone a little bit higher. I had no problem weeding out the letters, but as I'm getting to this snake skin type of effect, there's a couple of pieces that are lifting and are staying a little attached, meaning they didn't get fully cut. Now, I would say the detail of this transfer, absolutely 100%. You can get pretty good detail. It's just you have to make sure the higher the detail, your blade really has to be perfect when it comes to cutting. So sometimes people will look at the material and go, oh, that material is terrible to weed, or it's extremely difficult to use, when there's several factors that can come into play on what makes a material easy to use or difficult to use. This one peeled like butter. So as you can see, there's not as fine as detail like that skin scales or the snake scales, but I'm just being cautious with this one because I really want to put this on a garment. So just bear with me as I'm, working through my fault of not doing a deep.
You're absolutely fine. Go for it.
I'm like,
Take your
it's
time. Okay, so we have a question from Ian on YouTube, and it says, is a 60-degree blade better for that material? I'm assuming you're talking about the plotter cutter that you've got there, Kelly. Is that relevant to that?
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. And I will tell you, I have a 45 right now in my my Graph Tech Ian. And I am a creature of let's try it and see what happens. So I would say I would probably go with a 60-degree blade, just to make sure you really get in those tiny little points, right? Because that's where I'm holding on to the material right now. So I have not checked, and Carly, I don't know if you have the cutting specs in front of you, or if anybody does. I can easily pull it up really fast. But
they're on the website page. They are on, I think it's the Stahls US and the Stahls UK website page. There should be a list with the Graph Tech, the Roland, and the Silhouette. And for anyone watching that doesn't have like a plotter cutter, when I was cutting and weeding all of this vinyl for today's live, I would use the Silhouette Cameo rather than the Graph Tech. And again, super easy. It took a couple of test cuts to get the force right and make sure, like Kelly said, it was deep enough. But once I had it set, absolutely perfect.
I am going to share really fast. I'm hoping it's not going to share my entire screen, so this could get really odd, or just bear with me. Okay, it was different, so that makes me feel better. I'm going to take you guys to Stahls just really, really fast to show you what I'm talking about, especially if you don't own a cutter, you've never cut this type of material before. Let's see if, to tell you how new and fresh this is, look at this. It's not even on, oh, wait, was that it? No, that was glow.
It's on our website if you wanted to pull ours up.
It is on yours, okay. Is it Stahls UK or Stahls.uk?
Stahls.co.uk.
Let me just quickly say, if you don't have a cutter and you want to try this material out, we also have a cutting and weeding service in Europe. So if you want to mail us at info@stahls.de and just tell us you want to use Glimmer for how many designs whatsoever, send us your designs and we will cut and weed them for you.
So that's exactly it. And if you are one where like the conversation always happens, right, of I don't want to weed anything. Right, but in order to get certain effects, certain details, certain dimension, that's when you have to use a vinyl product. And that's where this one comes into play. So like Hagen just said, if you're like, I'm not doing that, I'm not cutting it, just order it.
While you're doing that, Kelly, I'm just going to read out a few comments from Instagram. So we have got so many people saying hello. We've got people saying, wow, Glimmer, love this product. We've got someone watching from West Africa saying they're here for all the learning, which we love. Carly's in there dropping the links to everything, which is great. And then we've got someone asking if you're wearing the Glimmer product, Kelly.
It's the silver. So here's it uncut. Molly, I think you're also wearing the silver. So
I am.
Never judge a book by its color, right? Like, look at this on the roll and then look at Molly's shirt, right? Like, it has this beautiful iridescent look to it. And then Hagen's got a super cool bear. Is that the green? Is that the lime?
That's the lime, yeah. I also got the orange, I think.
There's the one thing that I really, really like about this product is even if you go tonal with it, you don't get like smacked in the face with glitter. You just get this beautiful like glisten. And maybe that's what I'm gonna have to call it now, is like it almost like glistens. It's right, like I don't know how.
Someone in our office earlier explained it as like it almost looks like the reflective surface of water, like when like a swimming pool or the ocean move. Yeah, and it has that sort of ever so slight wave to it. That was their description, and I think that's perfect.
So for Instagram, I know if you're streaming on one of the platforms between YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, I do have the cutting instructions up right here. So GraphTech 40-degree blade, force is 11, and I actually think I cut at like a force of 16 on my GraphTech, and my blade is not something where it's used every single day. So that might be something that I need to play with just a little bit more on my cutter settings, but that's the testing is the best thing that you can do. If you're on a Roland, then it's a 45-degree blade, 25 centimeter speed, force of 180 to 190. The other thing is there's not a 60-degree blade listed in the cutting instructions, but I shall dabble in that soon. You know which one works better. So at least that kind of goes through that question and answering. If Carly, you can ping Sarah Gulak really fast and see if she attempted a 60-degree blade. We might be able to get a little bit of information for that as well. So
we have another question on Instagram asking how much it is. And obviously this is going to be slightly different for each location because of the different currencies. But all of the pricing is live online on the websites. For the UK site, I can tell you that if you buy 1 meter of it, it is £10.45 per meter. And then if you buy 25 meters, so there's pricing in between, it goes from 1, 5, 10, and 25. But if you purchase at 25, it goes to, I think it's like £9.95 or £9.45 per meter. So it does drop quite significantly and saves you quite a bit of money on those bulk orders. But even so, for a specialty product that has this finish and the quality of it and the increased perception value of that product, it's really not an expensive product at all. So absolutely love that. I know obviously you can purchase direct from Stahls US as well via their website. And Hagen, if people want to get hold of Glimmer in Europe, how can they do that?
Europe, you contact our distributors. So we have distributors all over Europe. So if you want, you can shoot us a mail, tell us your location, and we will find the perfect distributor that is nearest to you. So you don't have to wait so long for your Glimmer material. Yeah. So over distributors who can also tell you all about price and if you want to get a roll or sheets from them. Yeah, it's everything.
Perfect. Amazing. So how are we doing on the weeding, Kelly? Do you want me to kick off with an application while you finish that up? How close are we to being ready?
I am almost done on this one. I can stop and go ahead and use the other one as well. So it's up to you.
No, that's all right. You continue. What I'm going to do is just get Andy to, oh, actually, hold on a minute. I may need you. I may need you to because my heat press has gone into standby mode.
Oh no, that's what happens when we need too early. Here, I can easily apply. It is not a big deal at all.
It's all good. It's still hot. I don't think it will take probably like a minute maybe.
So for those of you that are wondering why her press shot off, that's the beautiful thing about Hotronics. If you haven't used it or moved the handle, it will automatically start to turn off. So there's a safety on that, which it happened to me the other day during something else. I don't even remember what. Oh, it was my education at Printing United. I went to use it on the first press, and I was like, and it just went to sleep mode. So fun times when you're live.
We've got so many people with us today. We've got over 100 viewers across all of our platforms witnessing us use Glimmer for the first time, which is just amazing. I think this is probably going to be the most viewers that we've had like join us at once for a live, which is amazing.
All right, I was making sure I was up and running correctly. So do you want me to do that?
Yeah, I've got 4 minutes until my press is ready. So cool. You go ahead and then I'll jump in.
Easy. So I still have a couple of pieces. Like there's, as you can see right there, there's 2 little scales that need to go back, one at the top. But I just wanted to show you guys what I was having to do was at those tiny little parts of the scale. I just needed that to be cut just a little bit better. And like I said, that was something that we can adjust with our blade. So I do want to show you what that one looks like applied for a tonal. Here's another look at the material before it is on a garment. So you can just see it has like this beautiful like luster. It just kind of glistens.
That's it. On YouTube, that shot is brilliant.
Pretty. Love it. It's one that I'm really, really happy to get. Can you get, I saw, can you get sample packs? Let's go here.
There we go.
So I know here in the States, we do not have swatches available yet. Typically, we release a product and then we start to make the swatches on that. I will say that the colors in terms of photos and images that we've got on social media, on the website, you'll be able to check it out on the video release. The color representation is pretty darn close when you're looking at it peeled. If you're trying to look at it from the point that the carrier is still on it, I don't think it represents the product as beautifully as what it really is. So I'm going to switch our other camera back to the press.
We've got some more comments from Instagram. We've got someone saying Hotronics is the best. We've got someone saying, hey, what's up, guys? And someone else says, good morning. And I couldn't agree more. Hotronics is the best. It's the best class in the world.
Okay, hopefully that is good for everyone. So the cool thing about this product is the temperature and application time is very, very similar to Glitter Flake. If you guys are familiar with Glitter Flake, it's a low 302 for 10 seconds. So it's not like we're cooking super hot and it's not like we're cooking super long. So for those fabrics that might be a little more sensitive, just know that it is a lower temperature. And this is a product that you can really kind of test to see if you need to go lower by using lower heat or using accessories on top if we're kind of talking about something like viscose or rayon or potential, other poly fabrics that might scorch. There is not really any stretch to this product. So would you put this on a dry fit crew neck t-shirt? Probably not, just because there's not going to be a lot of breathability to it and there's not going to be stretch. But this does serve a purpose for some of those thicker fabrics. Just like Hagen said, it's the sweatshirts, the thicker streetwear type t-shirts. So we're talking 6 ounces, 7 ounces, just something that's got more weight and structure to it versus being extremely flexible when it's on the body. So I am going to finish removing. We'll try to do this for Instagram. Removing the D, and then I have a line right here in my sun and that's funny. So from here, I just want you guys to see how easy that peels up. So I know those of you on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, you guys couldn't see that, but I was able to read for you for the majority of the time. All right, I'm just going to trim this guy down. It's so weird having cameras that are not exactly where I need them to be. We are going to do a tonal look. I'm loving tonal looks, guys. This is from Port & Co. And it's a beach wash garment dye. And it's just a V-neck, relaxed women's sweatshirt. I'll show this once we go back to forward-facing camera for those of you that are on StreamYard. But this is just a great garment to throw on and go. Now, I know summer is kind of ending. Vacations or holidays have not stopped. So when you're looking at what to do for maybe resort wear or something that's just a little different, think about unique materials, something that people are going to want to buy and hold on to versus just your standard flat print. That's where this product can really help elevate your product offering. Okay, so I am using the tag-along platen. I just threaded my garment. I am going to pre-press just to check my pressure and just to make sure we've got those wrinkles out. I'm going to increase my pressure just a little bit. We were at a 0, and now I am at medium pressure. So we're going to take our design, our sun kiss. This is, wrong camera. This is going to give us, I've got 3 different cameras going on. This is going to give us that tonal look, like I said, but when the light hits it, it has this beautiful cherry glimmer, glisten effect to it.
While Kelly's doing that, I'm just going to answer a question we just had pop up on Instagram. How many colors is this available in? So Glimmer comes in 8 colors, and you can get all of those 8 colors across anywhere in the world. And did I just see another question pop up on YouTube? There we go. Do they shed glitter flakes? No, they don't. So because this is it's much more of a smoother product than glitter flake is. So you can run your hand the whole way across it, and it feels kind of completely flat, and there will be no loose particles on it. So no, absolutely no glitter shedding. And we've got Jay Drew on YouTube commenting, thank you for doing these videos. Sounds like this material would work on hats too. Do you know what? I think that would be a great product. I actually haven't had a chance to test that personally, but I have got a couple of cool different products for us to use today once Kelly's done. So let's take a look. Did you just hot peel that? I missed the hot peel.
I did. Okay.
So
Instagram, I'm going to try to give you guys a better view in just a minute, but on TikTok, geez, we're not on TikTok right now. We are on LinkedIn.
Instagram.
Yeah, it's just, anyway, the other platforms, if you're streaming through StreamYard for us, if you're not on Instagram, how about we keep it simple and just say that? Then you can kind of see this effect right now. I wish this camera was able to give a little bit better detail, but I know.
I think that looks great. You can really see that sheen. You're good.
So you can see that it's not a giant pop. It's not an aggressive sparkle, but when the light hits it, that's really when, you know, the character of this product comes out. So let's see.
And you can really see from what you're holding there, Kelly, about the whole sheen look of it, like the smoothness versus glitter flake. Yeah, it's probably going to be a lot more sort of comfortable. I know not everyone wants like the bold glitter. Some people might be inclined to wear a bit of sparkle, but they don't necessarily want glitter flake on it. Yeah, so that's good. Oh, we've just had a note from Carly. Sarah has tried the 60-degree blade.
Did she like it?
Let's check the comment. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Sarah has not tried the 60-degree blade. Sorry, guys.
I was like, so what's the verdict? Okay, so for those of you on Instagram, I will take some pictures and post it after. That way I can just get some of the right lighting. You can see it. It's very, very faint right now, but I promise you when the light hits it, it just kind of has this, again, beautiful glistening glow. And then same thing right here. You can see it once it pops. And this is definitely more of a cherry red sweatshirt. Right now, the color I'm seeing is kind of like a salmon. So hopefully you guys see how vibrant this is.
Yeah. Okay. Are we moving on to fuse number 2?
Yeah. Do you want me to do it or?
I can do one. I've got a couple of things to do for the live. I'm gonna ask Andy behind the scenes to just change the cameras over. I think we're gonna have to leave my main cam on for the audio, but if we can add in the close-up, perfect. Thank you. So I'm using a slightly different press to Kelly today. I've opted for the Hotronix Fusion IQ, and the reason that I chose this press, and you can't really see it too well in the close-up, but I wanted to mention to everyone about the IQ portal and how easy it is to store all of your favorite recipes. Now, we've added a lot of new heat transfer vinyl products in the last couple of months in the UK alone. We've had Glow, we've had Soft Foam, now we've got Glimmer, and you know, they all apply ever so slightly different recipes. And I don't want to have to remember that. I'm not going to be able to remember that. So I just love the fact that I can come onto this machine, hit the library button, and all of my recipes appear. I added the Glimmer one in this morning. It took 2 seconds and it's going to be in there forever now. And the press tells me exactly what I need to do. It automatically sets the temperature, it sets the pre-press, it sets the main press on 2 different stages. So we've got a 5-second pre-press and a 10-second main press. And it has the pressure readout as well, which for the likes of different products, different thicknesses, if you're using accessories like pillows, you need that digital pressure readout to make sure that you have got accurate pressure across all of your applications. We have another question. Can you layer Glimmer? As far as I'm concerned, you cannot layer this product. I'm assuming it's because of the way, maybe the texture on the top of it, something like that. But no, we do not advise you layer it, but you can apply 2 different colors to the same garment like I have done. So I've got silver for the logo, and then all of the little flowers are in the light purple. So feel free to apply more than one color of Glimmer to each product, just don't layer them over the top of each other. What would you say the main difference is between standard glitter vinyl and this? So my personal opinion is the main difference is the feel of it and the finish and the texture. This is a lot smoother than glitter flake. It doesn't have those glitter particles. It's got a really intense like shine to it, but it's very smooth and flat. And I think Kelly's about to give us a bit of a close-up, hacking some vinyl off of the roller. Yeah, it just feels a lot nicer, and it's just, I don't know, I just like it. I think it pops really well on the garment.
Okay, so one thing I will say is you can put Glimmer on top of products that can be layered. So Ian, if you want to do like soft foam or flock, then you can definitely take that product and then put Glimmer on top of it. Same thing for twill, the chroma twill. If you haven't played with chroma twill, then that's another beautiful product to play with. So you could get some shimmer and texture from the chroma twill and then put the Glimmer on top, and then you've got a bunch of different textures. Okay, now listen to this, because the question was, what's the difference? I'm going to see if I can get the effect that I want, but this is glitter flake. Okay, do you guys, it flakes. Let me rephrase that. It does not flake. There are flakes in it to really help make this glitter pop. So like that almost to me sounds like ripping sandpaper or taking a really piece of tacky tape and then trying to peel it off of something that's got grit to it. Like you can hear the thickness and the texture in the glitter. When it comes to Glimmer, let me grab a piece of that. And let's see if I can replicate it. So you still have glitter specks. You just don't have the flakes that you do with glitter. That's the easiest way. The other thing is, if you notice, there's a little bit of an iridescent hue to this versus just being like a crisp silver or crisp metallic color. So
I think it's finer. The glitter's almost like finer particles.
Very, very much. So like I would call this dust, and then this would be flakes. So they're still very, very different in thickness and texture. Where's that piece? And I know this is not the best color comparison, but it's what we're going to work with today. So you can tell that this is definitely thicker. This is finer. This is thicker. This is finer. Yeah. Also gives you that rough feeling, where this is nice and smooth. If anybody has ever dealt with really, really thin or smooth, kind of polishing sandpaper pads, I took a jewelry making class in college, guys. So this feels like what you would essentially polish a metal with to kind of give that, this one to give that kind of chrome look, where this is going to be more of a brush, kind of abrasive feeling. I know it's an odd description, but I always try to relate it back to something. So very, very fine sandpaper, more grit roughing up. So
no, I think that makes sense.
There you go. Oh, here's the sound. Ready? Like it's just smooth. It doesn't have that crunch to it.
Okay, cool. So let's take a pause on the questions for now and get back to this application. So I've loaded my shirt while we were answering those questions. I've made sure that the seams and the raised areas, the collar, the neckline is all off the pattern. Bring that press back round, and I'm going to do the pre-press to test the pressure, make sure that garment is not wrinkled, get any moisture out. We're on a pressure of 4, which is perfect. By the time we load the vinyl under that and the release paper, that will be perfect medium pressure. Now, another kind of use for this heat transfer vinyl that I wanted to mention, aside from trends, is seasons. Now, because this is a slightly shimmery product and it does have that special effect finish, it's going to be a fantastic one to use for Christmas and Halloween garments. So I've taken the green, the lime green today, and we're going to do a Halloween design. This one says spooky season. Cute. So we're going to take this and apply it to a deep green t-shirt. So similar to what Kelly's just done with the tone-on-tone red, but we're going to do a slightly different shade. So this one will probably pop a bit more on the garment because this is quite a bit lighter. So I'm just going to apply this, if everyone can, you can see my close-up cam. Make sure it's in the right position. And the thing I noticed when I first used this a couple of weeks ago was the fact that the carrier is tacky. So that's one of my favorite elements about some of the heat transfer vinyls that we have, is that when you're weeding, it's super easy to just pull the cavities out and stick it to the excess of the carrier. But also when you place it, it doesn't move on the shirt. So there's not really a need for heat tape, especially with this, because it's a nice, simple, flat surface. But you know that once you place that down, it's not going to go anywhere. I am going to chuck the tape on just to protect this garment a little bit. But this is a hot pill run, so you don't necessarily need it. I'll just try and remember to for best practice. And then 10-second application, nice and easy. Yeah, our pressure's still on the floor there, which is perfect. Beeps to let you know it's counting down. And then we're just going to release that press. We're using the swing function just to make it a bit easier for everybody to see what I'm doing today. And then in one motion, I'm just going to peel this off. And you can see there's nothing on that carrier. That's all come off perfectly. And we have our finished product. So I'm going to try and catch this in the light so that you can all see.
Beautiful.
The effect. There we go.
I love it.
Can everyone see the sheen on that? I'm trying, but.
So Ian asked, is it still a surface texture like glitter? Yes, but think of very, very fine glitter dust versus glitter flakes.
I'm going to give an Instagram a close-up as well.
Very also much smoother to the hand. With glitter flake, there's always been some running jokes about this product. Absolutely beautiful and stunning. It really gives a gorgeous pop to whatever you do with it. But if you put your arm across it, then it might scrape me, whatever. This is really, really smooth, and so you would not have that feeling. And Molly, I think that is like perfect. You've got cavity show through. It's on a sweatshirt. You're gonna have a little bit of a pop. Oh, it's on t-shirt. I thought it was on a sweatshirt.
It's on a t-shirt.
Even better.
You could do sweatshirt. That would work too.
And it almost looks like it's glowing in the dark, even though I know it's not glowing in the dark.
Hey, we could combine it with glow. That would be a super cool Halloween product. So that when it turns to night, the glimmer disappears and the glow pops.
Yeah, especially if you were to do a color glow, because that looks like the glow color, right? So in the day you would have the glow color, and in the night you would have the other color, like the pink.
I'm so going to do that. I'm going to keep this t-shirt and put glow
Add to it.
on it. And yeah, we're going to add to it. Cool. I have got another fuse to do, but I feel like we should maneuver over to Hagen in Germany and let him take the reins for his application. So take it away, Hagen. What are you fusing today? He's ready. He's ready to go.
I love it.
I have this kind of teddy bear design. Like I said, I've used the cutting and reading service in Lillingen and got it sent over to me. I don't have a Fusion IQ. I just have my little old, or like quite big, but my auto open here next to me, because I am a forgetful person, and this one opens automatically for me. So that's quite nice. I'm also going to do a pre-press. So even though it doesn't have an IQ board, I can still set it for a dual timer. So right now I have set it to 5 seconds first. So I'm just going to do the pre-press on the garment. And then I'm going to put on, I should show it too, I guess. Just going to put on my Glimmer teddy bear. Right there it is. Put the cover sheet on top. And then it's just 10 seconds, it's crazy to me. Like, it's quite a thick material. It's like 260 microns, I think. And it just takes 10 seconds and still is a hot peel. So it's really fast.
Oh, I love that hot peel. There is nothing better. Look at that.
I think that design is so fun. Like, that's so cool.
Can you see that? Yeah, you can, right? With it shine.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, that light in the window, that really works.
Perfect.
So as you guys can see, there's still an iridescent hue to this. Where depending on where he moves that shirt in the light, we pick up a little bit of cherry tones, a little bit of red. We pick up a little bit of golden tones. So it's not just straight like orange or neon orange that pops. Depending on the area around you, definitely is going to pick up some stronger colors. So like he was facing the light, that sun, that natural light coming in was definitely bringing out more of that golden tone. How are you seeing glitter, sparkle, metallic, anything with a shimmer kind of go into retail over in Europe, Hagen?
So I see. I'm sure. Like maybe it's not so much something for everyday wear. Maybe more for like party wear, for Halloween, even for like Christmas sweaters. Maybe like these. I love these kind of ugly Christmas sweaters. They are not actually ugly. They're not. They're just. They have some humor on them.
Yeah.
And that's where like they have a little funny saying on it, and dare to have it in like metallic or in glitter that really makes it pop, so people see that saying. That works well, I think. I see that really working. Yeah.
Are you seeing
You
it?
also
Are you seeing it in like a specific industry or market, or are you just kind of seeing it everywhere? Or like where do you see it over in Europe? Because what we see in Europe is going to be different what we see here in the States. Same thing for UK, and sometimes some trends that are going on overseas never make it to the States. So I'm always really curious to see, if it's, do we see more glitter or sparkle in streetwear? Are we seeing it in fan wear? Are we seeing it just in everyday?
when you did this like color blocking thing, that's something I actually see sometimes where you do like a orange shirt and then you do a orange glitter on top of that. So it's just the first thing you see is that kind of sparkle. That's something in everyday wear that I also see a lot. And apart from that, I don't even think that the US and Europe is so different, because Europe is really, it's starting to orient itself a lot on what's going on in the US, especially for fashion and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think that's great to kind of mention that, because before, right, there's like the same thing in the States. We've got a West Coast style, we've got an East Coast style, there's European style. Like each country or continent kind of has their own way of dressing. It depends on where you are, different areas, different environments. But I think one thing that is really interesting is that you said it's more of the pop, or it's mixing with other colors or other materials. It's not necessarily just one thing of glitter, and that's also something that I've been seeing. So maybe it really is a trend that is getting more streamlined everywhere versus just in individual areas. And I think that also makes it easier for people to bring back a particular material. So like in this case, if people used glitter and then people stopped wanting glitter, well, they can bring it back into their shops knowing it's not just in this niche, that it really is something you're going to see, in a variety of places.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the trends that I've really noticed over here in the recent months, and this is kind of a personal favorite for me as well, but like you just said, Kelly, is it fan wear, is it streetwear, is it everyday wear? I think it kind of touches all of those markets, but I've definitely seen it a lot more in everyday wear than I would have expected to over the last few months. And one of the things I wanted to replicate for today's live was this denim jacket. Now, this is kind of something that's a little bit different for what we normally show on this channel, and it's not as I say, something we'd show, all the time, but I've noticed a lot more different styles of jackets and coats and things in the last few months. And one of them being is like the bold neon prints that you have on the back of denim, especially with like the different screen print colors and the neon effects and things like that. And customizing denim jackets is becoming really, really popular, and seeing all of the different with the badges and patches that we offer, with all the different heat transfer vinyls, with the different transfers, people combining the two together. I think that's something that people are really leaning into, and they're sort of showing their personality through that product. And yeah, so I just wanted to put Glimmer onto this denim jacket to show you all what it could come out like. And this is just, you know, a bit of a basic design. I've just cut some cute flowers out. It's nothing too intricate, but if I come up close, you can see that there are lots of seams and raised areas on this jacket, which we had to avoid using the pillow. Same with the buttons here, and we've managed to perfectly apply the Glimmer to each area, like right next to the seam there as well. And it's come out really, really well, especially that blue just pops on the black so nicely. But yeah, things like this. And obviously you could do like a bigger back print. I haven't done one on this, but that would be a great opportunity for printing. Like the design Kelly's got would look great on here. And you can really make a bit of a collection out of it. You know, you can create a special effect jacket to go with a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and maybe sell it as a bundle if you're in the music merch industry, if you're in fan wear. It doesn't just have to be one specific product, because everybody likes to wear different things. Everybody's got their personal favorites that they reach to first. And for me, it will probably be a sweatshirt. For Kelly, it might be a t-shirt. For Hagen, it might be a jacket. And by covering all of those options that our heat transfer vinyl allows you to do, you really can cover all personalities across all of the different markets.
So, I think this is a phenomenal question, and I forget that I am not, you have to highlight it. I'm like, why can't I highlight it? Spotlight Merchandise said, from the camera, it looks like a soft matte glitter, has more of an upmarket look, if that's possible with glitter. I'm trying to see a market for it. So I think that is an incredible conversation to have, because I agree with you. I do feel like this is a more elevated glitter than, say, Glitter Flake. However, I really think it is all about how you are marketing yourself, your demographic that you're going after, but then also understanding the value and quality of using a specialty material. Specialty meaning glitter. This is softer. It is a finer type of feel. So this is on an Honest, which I love, 100% cotton. I don't know what the weight of this one is. The JTA001. It's got a beautiful weight to it. The knitting, or the combed cotton, is just so dense, which I think also wears very well. Now, in a premium market, this might be more of the t-shirt that warrants a higher cost because of the feel, because it might correlate with, you know, designers that we're seeing out there, or brands that have kind of come up in the t-shirt market. To me, this automatically looks like it's going to warrant more than, say, an entry-level t-shirt with just a contrast logo on it. So I really think it's all about your brand itself. If you are all about price point and you want to get those garments in out, then it might be a harder product for you to incorporate in your lineup, just because you are going to have to charge more. The cost of the product itself is more. There is a little bit more labor involved in it as well, but it does not mean that the price is not warranted. So we've got to erase that from our minds, that if we're using a higher product, it takes a little bit more time. There's value in that. So to answer the question, I think it's also a great way to add a little bit of a pop, or just something a little different. This is metallic. This is soft metallic, guys. Because Glimmer is so brand new, I haven't been able to create a lot of samples, but this is Ultra Color Max with soft metallic worked in. So this would be the exact same mentality that you could do with the Glimmer, and not be so in your face with glitter, but it's still enough to go, you know what, that's a little different than what I'm seeing in other places. I'm not seeing that in big box stores. I'm not seeing that product or this type of process being offered by even my competitors, right? And then you have to make that choice if that's the path that you want to go down.
Cool. Okay. Can I jump into my next application?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. So the next one I want to do is on this. So we've covered a lot of garments. We've done a sweatshirt, we've done 2 t-shirts, we've done, we didn't do a hoodie, did we? T-shirts and sweatshirts. But I want to cover accessories next. So it's more than possible to put Glimmer onto a range of products, and this being one of them. So this was kind of along the lines of the gifting season with sort of Christmas coming our way. And I wanted to make sure that everybody was, considering all the options when it comes to stuff like this, because Christmas gifts or, even seasonal products, adding that touch of glimmer or adding that sparkle really does just help elevate those products to another level. It makes someone look at it and go, I absolutely love that. Oh yeah, I remember the Christmas that I was gifted that. And you associate that positive memory with this item. And I just think Glimmer is the perfect product to have this Christmas. Now, I did want to do a red one, but I did run out of time for cutting. So we're going to go with the flower print that I did on the denim jacket, but it's still going to give you the same effect. So we're going to go with that. Now, before I start on the actual bag, I want to make sure that my pressure is accurate. Now, we are going to have to use a pillow for this because the makeup bag here is too small to obviously thread, and it's got quite a chunky zip on there that you can see, and it's got a seam here as well. So we want to make sure that we're just isolating the areas we want to print onto. So I'm going to do it on this navy one. So we're just going to open it up, and then we're going to insert the pillow into here when it comes to printing. But before we do that, I'm just going to place the pillow onto here, bring my press back round, and I'm going to release that pressure off quite a bit. I would say maybe like 3 or 4 turns. And then I'm going to just check the pressure with the pillow. That's on a 1. I might crank it up a little bit more. Okay, that's on a 0. We're getting there. So this is why you want to make sure to adjust your pressure before you then put your garment under there, because you don't want to be pressing all these times onto the product that you're going to sell, because that just would not be great. She doesn't want to stay under there. Try that again. Okay.
While you're adjusting your pressure, we did have a question from Instagram that said, is this similar to pearlescent product from Transfer Express that was discontinued? No. I guess you could say it could have a very similar effect, but that product was a plastisol product. This is a vinyl. And Molly, I'm going to let you take back over what you're doing, and then I'll finish answering that question.
That's all right. You can continue. I'll wait for you.
No, go for it.
Okay, cool. So I've just loaded my pillow into here. And what I'm going to do for this application is when I do bring that press back over, I'm just going to push it to the edge ever so slightly, because this zip is quite chunky, and I don't really want it under the heat. I don't want it affecting the pressure. And because we have got even pressure the whole way across this button, we could apply something right on the edge here or right in the center, and it would have perfect pressure, because that's just how Hotronix machines are built. But I'm just going to do that today just to make sure that we don't impact the pressure of the application. I'm going to take my release paper just to protect the garment a little bit more. Now my pressure was on a 2 before I put the bag under here. So I'm just going to give it a pre-press and test my pressure and see what it's at now. So that's on a 3, so that could come up a little bit more. We'll just bring it down a bit for the actual application. We can remove the release paper, and then we're going to take our flowers. Now I've pre-cut all of these, and I have put them on another one so that I know where I want them all to go. So I'm just going to replace them on here, making sure that they're on the pillow here, because if something's, for example, on the edge of the cushion here, it won't apply properly. So we want to make sure it's on that heat printing pillow. Just going to move all of these on. And this is multiple colours. So we've got the blue, we've got the pink, and we've got the silver going on here as well. So you really can use so many different colours within just one application, which I absolutely love. Make sure that's on the pillow. There we go. Okay. again, I'm just going to use my release paper as a bit of a comfort zone for me. And again, 10 seconds. So our pressure's now between a 5 and a 6, which is perfect for the medium. And yeah, I think this is going to look fantastic. Okay, bring it back up. And now I'm going to remove the carrier on these one by one, because obviously they're all individual. I'm going to try and be quick about it because it is a hot peel, so I don't want to leave them too long. Put quite a few on here. I think there's like 9. There's 9 on this.
Trevor asked if you can you sell these outdated products on the Canadian website? I am verifying to see if that's available. So hang tight, Trevor, and I can at least get you that answer. And that was a question, guys, if you're watching on Instagram, that came in from YouTube. So if you are on Instagram, you may not be able to see some of the questions that are being asked. So we're just trying to relay it back and forth. Molly, show that again. Oh, you're on Instagram now.
No, I'm trying to do both cameras. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, hang on a minute. Okay, there we go. Can everyone see that?
I love it.
So it's a bit random. There's no like a major sort of design. I did want to put like, I don't know, beauty or something on it, or like makeup essentials, but we went with what we had, and yeah, I think that looks brilliant. We'll show Instagram as well. So you can really see the sheen on that. And yeah, they've all applied really well because we have that even pressure from the pillow. You can see that the ones here, even right by the edge, are like, I'm picking that, that's not going anywhere. Yeah. Love it. Okay, do we have any other questions? Kelly, do you want to go back and answer the one that I interrupted you for?
No. I was just trying, while you were prepping, I figured not lose the answering on that question. So like I was saying, the pearlescent product that was from Transfer Express was a plastisol ink. This is a vinyl. This is something that has to be cut with a vinyl cutter. So similar in finishing. I understand the pearlescent, which yes, I would say it does have an iridescent kind of a pearlescent feel. So you get the iridescent of the color shift with the light, but you have the pearlescent kind of smooth look. It's one of those products, guys, that you're going to have to see it in person. And I understand it's a brand new product, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to touch and feel in person. But the cool thing is we will have more content with it. We will have more images come out soon to kind of give you a better view. So this is a similar in terms of like the color effect, but it's a much richer product in terms of vibrancy, overall sparkle, and then kind of like that pearlescent look to it.
Amazing. Do we have any further questions on YouTube or Facebook that we haven't answered that we can get to? We've been on for just over an hour now, which is brilliant. And I can see my camera battery flashing at me, so I may have to change it, but we will do it if it happens.
I am not seeing the answer come through yet on Canada offering. So just kind of look back on our Instagram, Trevor, and we will do our best to post it. I know you're on YouTube, but I don't believe after we go live, it takes a bit for the video to completely upload into YouTube to where we could go back and answer some questions. So check on Instagram, and then we'll kind of have that answer in there. Or Trevor, if you are in the Heat Press for Profit Facebook group, let me know just by commenting down below which one is easier for you to check. You have printable glitter. Will this be available in printable too? My goodness, I hope so, Ian, because I do think this would be a beautiful full color product offering. Especially since you can't layer it like glitter flake, right? It'll just make it so much easier to. Yeah, Molly's camera died. She went kaput. It's funny. I'm cracking up. So yeah, I would hope so. You know, all we can do is keep saying we need printable in order for it to kind of get pushed. If there's a need, we always find a way to be able to provide it somehow. So fingers crossed that's coming.
Okay, we're back.
And she's back.
Sorry, little blip there. It's all good. We've been going for over an hour. My poor camera's like, give me a break. I'm done. Okay, should we recap maybe for people that have joined like a bit later, because we've been sort of talking in depth about this product, but I kind of just want to bring it back to the beginning and let everyone know, you know, why we're here today. So if you have joined us late and you didn't watch the beginning of this video, we are doing our very first global launch today, and it is for this product in my hand right now, which is our new Glimmer heat transfer vinyl. We've got it across the entire world. Kelly's got the nice purple lilac there. Hagen's got the orange. I've got the green, and we've been applying for the last hour. We've been fusing this onto different products. We've been fusing it onto different accessories. We've been answering your questions. So if you have joined us late, do feel free to go back and watch this live. Again, it will be available to watch on demand on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So if you have missed out, you can go back and watch that. It is now available. Oh, that's one of my favorites, Kelly.
I love how this turned out. So it's funny because Sarah Gulak, when she designed this, she actually designed it for pink, and I was looking at it thinking that it was tonal. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll cut it in red.
We can use it for both. It doesn't matter.
I love it. I love it this way too. So it's funny that I'm like, oh, this was an oopsie on my part.
And I might just get you again, Kelly, to hold up your comparison, your Glitter v Glimmer swatches that you've got there.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that's such an amazing way to show the difference between the two products. So what Kelly was saying earlier is that the Glitter Flake is more of a textured finish, and it's got chunky glitter in it, whereas the Glimmer is much more of a smoother, more of a sparkle, like a glitter dust kind of effect.
So here's a really, really good comparison. I showed you silver and the glitter flake in red earlier, where this is red glitter flake. It's just the standard red glitter flake. It reminds me of like ruby red shoes, right? Like beautiful. This is one of my favorite colors. This is the red of Glimmer. So right now, because of this light, I see more pink, orange, golden tones in the sparkle. But when I put it out here and I've got the lilac shirt, I definitely see more pink in the tone. So you can guys kind of see that rainbow effect. Now here's the two difference, right? This is more cherry, this is more brick, or this is more what? Blue would be more blue. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's more the chunky finish, like the actual chunks of glitter flake in the glitter product versus the smoother finish of Glimmer. And my head keeps going back to the dust word that you use. It's like glitter dust. I think that's like the perfect way.
If you've ever had glitter dust on a cake, a cookie, that's just kind of that's how fine it is. That's really kind of what it reminds me of. Like, you know, it's there, but it's not like glitter.
Yeah.
Love them both. Don't get me wrong. But
sorry, go on.
No. They're just two completely different products, but can provide similar results.
So to recap, where you can purchase Glimmer, it's available all over the world. It's available in America, it's available across Europe, it's available here in the UK, and you can also purchase it through Stahls Asia as well. So literally every corner of the world, you can purchase this product. And yeah, I think you're going to want to, because it's so cool. Are you trying to do the firework thing?
I am. Boom.
No, it didn't work. I tried so hard. But yeah, this, I mean, you can't see it too well with the carrier on, but I love it. There we go. Okay. Is there anything else we want to touch on today? Because I am just very aware of the fact that we've been going for nearly 70 minutes now, and I don't want to bore everyone. We've covered all of our main talking points. Does anyone else have anything they want to add? Before we wrap up today's live, Hagen, anything else to contribute?
Well, the only thing I should repeat too, maybe in Europe, you get our materials through our distributors. So just shoot us a mail at info@stahls.de and add your location to that, and especially your country, and we will search for the distributor that's nearest you. Yeah.
Amazing. Kelly, any final words?
Nope. That's it. You guys know more and more content will come about this. We know this is a new product, so the more questions you have, the better. We can get you guys going where you need to be on that. And I think the biggest thing is have fun with this. We know this isn't for anyone and everyone, but like Hagen even said, he didn't think he would ever wear some glitter, and he didn't. Like he's like, I kind of like this, so. Yeah, that's it. I think this was super, super cool that we were able to connect all three of us. Stahls Asia isn't obviously live with us at the moment. And you guys know if you have any questions, then always reach out, no matter the company. We all worked very closely together. And Hagen, welcome to the first live with Molly and myself. It's always a ride.
It was a blast.
Amazing. Thanks so much, guys. This has been absolutely brilliant. Do you have any any comments? What were you going to say?
Hold on. Let me see something. I might have a response on Canada. Okay. Nope.
No? Okay.
I got a thumbs up, but not for the message that I was asking. So we'll definitely put that.
No.
Okay. That's it.
No. You follow up in the comments, it's all good. Yeah, and just to recap for anyone watching in the UK, this product is now on our website. It is available to purchase in all 8 colours. Like I said at the beginning, you can do different quantities if you want to save more on certain quantities. So you can purchase it in single meters all the way up to 25, which is a roll, and you get discount every time you jump up the different price breaks, which is amazing. We will be doing more content on this, like Kelly said. We've got some really cool reels coming. We've got some YouTube videos coming, so yeah, stay tuned for all of that. And of course, comment below on this video or any other video that you see about Glimmer, if you get it, what you think, how you found it. Take photos, show us what you're making. We love seeing what all of you produce with these products, especially the new ones. So that's pretty much it for our very first global live for Glimmer HTV. It's been great. I've had a fantastic time. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. And yeah, until the next one, which I'm sure won't be long away, we'll catch you all soon.
So it's funny. Okay, I will have the Canada question very, very quickly. Sorry, I'm working behind the scenes, guys. I'm doing my best. That
was such a good ending, Kelly. That was such a good wrap.
I know. I'm so sorry, but I was like, am I gonna have the answer? No, I don't. Molly sealed the deal. She took us home. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in live. This was so much fun. We hope you guys had fun too. And I know you will see our faces in the future. So that's it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you later.